Back again in our pillow fort, ready for some pillow fort messages. We're working on today, what we're asking about today is for the week ahead, moving into the week of July 18th, 2021. Yeah, I didn't light an incense today. I was called to pull a crystal. Today we pulled the red carnelian crystal, which is for self-confidence, like a strong sense of self-confidence that is essentially fearlessness. Like, you know who you are. It's grounded in that root chakra energy being bright red. So you know who you are. You have that foundation, that stability of self to start with. So I'm thinking that's going to be what we need to tap into this week, something we may need to heal this week, or something that we're growing in this week. Like, we're going to really get some good, confident, fearless energy. We're going to have to exhibit some really confident, fearless energy. Let's see where this takes us. All right, so little homie wants to talk first. This is little homie homemade deck. So I kind of have to peel the cards apart, but in thinking about tapping into that strong, fearless energy, that where you really know yourself, you have a strong sense of identity. It's coming into this new week. Whether that's something that we have to work on, pieces of that puzzle are going to be revealed to us, or we're going to have to show where we are, prove our level. We'll be tested on our identity, our fearlessness, our confidence, our fire, passionate energy. Sorry, still pulling them apart. You know how a little homemade situation can be, but I love it. I think this deck speaks to me because I wrote the stuff on the cards. So I feel a strong sense of connection. So what do we have to look forward to in the coming week? What's some words of advice, some words of wisdom, something to focus on in the coming week? Ooh. Hey, what are we talking about? Strong sense of identity. You know what you want. Okay? You know what you know you. So you know what you want. You know what's on your heart. You know what's coming into you. And again, we got same from last week. You've already won. So we're really looking into some victory coming in. And you know what you want. Declare it. Speak it. Stand in it. Be strong in whatever it is you have to say about what it is that you want. What it is that's coming into you. We have Starseed Oracle. Ooh. Having some words to offer for the coming week. A strong sense of identity, and you know what you want. Strong sense of fearlessness, and you know what you want. You know what you want. Coming into this week, you know what you want this week to be. You know what you want this week to do for you. You know what what you want this week to mean. You know what you want. You know what you want to accomplish this week. You know what you want to learn this week. You know what you want to fight for this week. You know what you want. I have cards flipping over, but nothing is coming out. All right, there's 2. Okay, we have earthed, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So we're getting some spiritual lessons here. And your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability. So we're looking to be inspired this week. You know what you want, create it. You know what you want, design it. You know what you want, build it. Like, BDE this week. BDE this week. We're learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So we're looking at the fact that we're creating things. We're making tangible progress this week. This week is about showing it, right? We're earthed. We're here on earth for a reason, so we can create the life that was placed on our hearts, that God placed on our hearts, right? So that means we're making tangible versions of it. So we have it up here. We have it here. We have it in our body. We have all the bits and pieces and stuff that we need to do what we got to do this week. But you have to know what you want and declare it, stand in it, then create it. You know what you want, ask for it. You know what you want, declare it. You know what you want, create it. We're here. Your life is a canvas, blank slate. You can have whatever you like. I said you can have whatever you like. Come on now. You're creating, you're doing it. We got I'm sorry. Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. It feels like that was for you. You're saying I'm sorry to yourself. I'm sorry for doubting you. I'm sorry for questioning you. I'm sorry for not believing that it was possible. Even for a second. Even for a second. Messenger, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. So somebody's getting some good news or some information, right? That's going to bring balance. So I consider that good news. It may not feel like it at the time. It may not look like it at the time, but it's creating balance, whatever this message is. The void, stop, embrace winter, great cosmic boom. And so for some of us, we're going to be stopping. We're going to be halted. And you have to take that time to figure out what it is that you want. By the end of this week, you will know what you want, right? If you're not starting this week knowing what you want and creating it, throughout this week, you're going to be learning what it is that you want, and you're going to do that within the void. Blank canvas, right? That's what we just said. So this is your blank canvas. This is your place to start sketching out what it is that you want. To start putting down the base coat of paint. To start thinking up, brainstorming ideas, right, in that void. Whether that comes after the message, so you're going to get a message coming in, and as a result, that sends you into this void, right? So it might seem like bad news that sends you into this void, but it's here that you're going to create the life that's really on your heart. It's in that blank slate, that blank space, that empty space, that you now have the capacity to desire, to think, to dream, to imagine what could be next, right? So you can decide what it is that you want. So by the end of the week, you will know what you want, okay? For some of you, you are the messenger. And it's through the life that you create. It's through everything that you build that you start developing your testimony, that you start telling your story, that you start showing what it is that you've had on your heart this entire time, that you start showing and revealing all the things that you've known that you wanted the whole time, this entire time, for weeks past, months past, years past, right? It's all culminating in this space. We're finding balance in this space, bringing harmony and balance. Still talking, okay. Harmony and balance. Creating tangible evidence of what it is that you want, of your knowing, of your identity. So it's spiritual work that is being manifested in the physical. Spiritual efforts, spiritual building that'll now be manifested in the physical by your hand. You're the artist. Creative accountability. Accountability, we have to remember that you are responsible for what you create. You are responsible for the words that you use, for the ways that you interact with people, for the ways that you interact with yourself. Maybe that's why that I'm sorry came in, that you're held accountable to yourself as well. You're creating with your mindset. So when you talk to yourself a certain way, some of that stuff comes out as well, right? That stuff is going to come out into the physical as well. So if you're seeing things around you that are not in alignment with what you know you want, then you have to take creative accountability for what has been manifested in your life, right? And understand that you're going to have to apologize with yourself. You're going to have to make peace with yourself for the doubts, for the not holding yourself to your own standards, right? For the ways that you've talked about yourself, talked to yourself, interacted with yourself and your dreams and your desires, interacted with your body, your spirit, your mind. You've had many conversations, and I'm sure 100% of them weren't perfectly positive. So if you're seeing anything that is not in alignment with what you truly want, it's possible you have to take creative accountability for what you've created. Let's see. You got the love, Hadarian energy, codependency, boundaries, okay? So it may not have been you that was talking to yourself any kind of way. You might have accepted that from somebody else. And that's also going to require forgiveness to yourself, right? Saying, I'm sorry that I accepted this from someone else. I know that I didn't want a relationship like that. I know that I didn't want to work under a boss like that and to work myself that hard for a job that I know didn't give two shits about me, right? But I did what I thought I had to do, or I did the best that I could with what I had at the time. But now I'm in a space where I can create, where I can think clearly, where I can brainstorm and figure out exactly what I want, right? Now I'm in a place where I can figure out exactly what I want. Empathetic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Yeah, so some of us were out here accepting from other people things that we knew we didn't want for ourselves. But we just allowed them to take over, to say whatever to us, and we accepted it. Maybe we thought it's what we deserved at the time. Maybe we thought it was a means to an end. Maybe we thought we weren't as affected by it as we really were. We thought we could handle it. And it turns out we shouldn't have even been trying to handle it, because we know what we want out of a relationship. We know what we want out of ourselves, out of our health, out of our spiritual journey. We know what we want out of this life ahead. So we don't have to accept less. We have to create what it is that we want. Put our paintbrush to canvas and get to painting. Grab our hammer and nails and start building, right? The energy is gaining momentum, okay? So you are definitely moving in a direction. Which direction is that going to be? Are you going to focus on the negative? Are you going to focus on accepting things as they are? Or are you going to declare what it is you want and stand in it and build it, and let that momentum work in your favor? Is the wind pushing you, coming from behind you, pushing you forward? Or are you trying to go against the wind? But the momentum itself is gaining. That wind is going to blow. Period. The energy is gaining momentum. So what kind of energy are you giving the momentum to? It's time to release negativity. Okay? So you may want to push against the wind, right? You feel like, okay, I need to utilize all of my energy going against everything that I want and desire for myself and see for myself in order to make this right here happen, in order to create what I've already started, to make this idea work, to make this job work, or this career path that I've chosen work, because I don't have any other options. I have to make this relationship work because, you know, this is the only person that's looked at me in the last 5 years. Like, whatever it is that you are trying to hold on to, it's time to release, right? Anything that is not tied to what it is that you want, that's not aligned with what you want, that's not attached to what you want, is not for you. With what you want for your life, with what the vision that you had for your life, all of that that is connected to that, it's there for a reason. It's tied to that for a reason. Okay? You're wanting it for a reason. Your heart calls out to it for a reason. It's calling out to your heart for a reason. So anything outside of that, I'm not saying it's going to look perfect. I'm not saying it's going to be linear. I'm not going to say that every step that you take moving to that is going to look like it's taking a step towards that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you know what you want. And based on the things that are surrounding you, what feels attached to that? What feels connected to that? What feels like it's in service to that? Anything outside of what feels like it's in service to what it is that you want is negativity, and it's time to release it, because the energy itself is gaining momentum, right? The wind is picking up, and it's going to push against you or it's going to push you forward. It's up to you to decide. The end of a tough cycle approaches, okay? So for some of us, it feels heavy. It feels like I'm not going to make it, but that's coming to an end. You're going to stand in your identity and what it is that you know that you want. And look, a fiery climax approaches, okay? Like I said, by the end of this week, you're going to know what you want. You're going to have a strong sense of identity. You're going to be able to stand in it passionately, fervently, with fire in your eyes, in your heart, in your belly, okay? You're going to be able to stand in it. And it says, bring love into the situation, okay? So we're looking to love. Look, bring love into the situation. You got the love. Where, for some people, this is a turnaround in your romantic life. Like I said last week, I don't do too much with relationships, so I'm not going to speak too much on that, because I get caught up, so I can't separate my energy too easily. So I don't even speak on it. But for some people, that's what it is. We have another messenger. So there's some big news coming in that is really going to rock things for us this week. It's going to offer a big shift in the energy, I think. That's when you decide which way you're pointing your sails, because this message is coming in. It's coming to bring balance, right? Like I said, you've already won, so it's not bad. But I don't feel like it's gonna look. It's not gonna be as clear cut as you might expect, right? So the message as it comes in, it's gonna make you think, okay? It's gonna make you stop and think. It's not gonna be as clear cut as what we might want or expect or desire. But if you focus on that identity, do that root chakra work, right? Focus on your identity, who you are at your core, and let that guide your wish list. You know what you want. Okay, you've seen the vision, you've seen what all it entails, you know what you want, and make that decision. Answer that message, respond to that message based on that. Okay, so there's a message coming in that is gonna shift the energy in whichever direction that you choose, but it's gonna be a strong energy. Okay, the message comes in as a strong energy ready to shift in whatever direction it is that you choose. Spirit's recommendation to you is to stand firm in your identity, stand strong and fearless in the face of whatever these winds are, okay? And then turn your sails in the direction of which way you want to go. Don't let the wind carry you. Don't let your circumstance tell you what to do. Don't let, whatever is outside of you, all the noise. Because if there's a heavy gust of winds, it's loud, it's scary. There's a lot going on. There's probably trees blowing around. It's a twister and you see a cow blowing in the twister, right? So there's a lot happening. You're going to have to Find solace. Dig deep into your core identity, okay? Find the peace within. Ask yourself, what do I want? Because you know deep down inside, what do I want? Quiet all that noise and then make your decision from that place. And then be open to where it takes you, because you've already won, right? If there's love in the situation, go towards the love, okay? Go towards the creative energy. Anything that feels like, okay, I'm creating. I mean, this as well, this empathic starseed, Lord have mercy, empathic starseed, absorbing what's not yours. That's that noise. That's that noise coming in that's trying to tell you, oh, you need to take 3 jobs because you don't have money. You're not going to be able to afford your rent and all that stuff. Listen, I know what I want my work life to be. I may be able to have some conversations with my boss about a raise or more hours or whatever the case may be. Taking on new projects so I can be promoted quicker than I thought I would or something like that. You know what you want. You know you don't want to work 3 jobs. Now, I'm not saying don't take care of your responsibilities, but there might be other alternatives. Don't make your decision solely based on the noise that comes in. You know what you want. Maybe there is a creative pursuit that will allow you to make money while still building in your spiritual practice, while still building up the life that you want to live, that allows you to still take care of your responsibilities, but you are focused on making decisions based on what you want. And that energy that you put into that, when you release that negativity and you're operating out of love and identity, that energy gains momentum, pushes you forward, moves you even faster in the direction of what it is that you want. Fiery climax approaches. I just keep seeing this carnelian in this card, right? We're looking at identity level 10 unlocked, unleashed, right? We're looking at a new level of identity here that is beautiful, palpable. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit, or this is the Hangman, sorry, Hangman. So he stopped. This is giving me that void energy. That void energy, right? So again, for some of us, we're going to be forced to stop. That message that comes in might stop us in our tracks. But take that time to look within, shift your perspective, look around, close your eyes, make the decision to close your eyes and shift your perspective, right? Don't let it happen to you. Again, that's the same with these winds. Don't let the winds carry you. You're going to turn your sails. You're in control of the ship, of your vehicle, right? You're in control of this life that you've been given. So you're creating, you're the artist, you're manifesting, you're deciding which brushstroke goes where. So that means make the choice to pause, reflect, meditate, dig deep, find out who it is that you are within so that you can make a choice, make decisions, make moves based on what you know you want. All right, y'all. We're going to finish with a meditation method, since we know we are going to have to definitely do some meditation this week. Ooh. Focus on your breathing. That's beautiful, because we're thinking about those winds. So we're thinking about those winds. And to drown out the sound of the blowing winds, we want to focus on our own breath, our own blowing, our own in and out, right? The calmness of those sounds. We can create our own rhythm. When the winds around us are just going every which way, we can create our own direction. It's like you're beginning to blow on your own sails, right? Getting everything filled up with wind, ready to go, right? Telling the winds, no, this is what you're about to do, okay? I know you want to do your own little thing, but we're not doing that right now. This is where we're going. This is what we're about to do. Focus on your breathing, okay? So it says, put all of your attention into the inhale and exhale of your breaths. Here are 3 different methods, right? Box breathing is a great way to get calm when feeling anxious, used by Navy SEALs to get their fear in check on mission. Breathe in for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4. Repeat as needed, holding each facet of the box for 4 seconds. So that would be and then you repeat, right? Then we have 3-6-9 breaths, where you inhale for 3 seconds, hold for 6 seconds, and exhale for 9 seconds. This helps when you've gone off with a thought and need to get back into the moment. So I do this in the midst of my meditations if I've trailed off and I need to get back into focus. You go in for 3, hold for 6, out for 9. So we're and so on and so forth. Then you could just do a simple count of odds on the inhale and evens on the exhale up to 10 and then start again. It's a classic breathing technique that really helps you in the moment for its duration. So I try to do 3 cycles of 10. So we're just and start over, okay? Oh man. So we're really focusing on those breaths so that we can counterbalance all the wind that might be moving around us, all that noise that might be moving around us as we're going throughout this week. Relax and let your mind be free. When you remember, go back to focusing on your breathing, right? So that is the 3 breathing techniques, or you can just breathe and focus on it. There's lots of different breathing techniques in yoga. I don't know anything about those, but you could definitely look them up. And if you do, feel free to share below. But that is our main meditation method for this week. Our main meditative focus is focus on that breathing so you can stay grounded, so you can focus on you, your identity, and what you know that you want. And some of us are being called to fast this week. Dun, dun, dun. I know for me, I don't love seeing that card. I know what fasting can do for me, so I'm not mad at it, but I like to eat, so it's not always fun to see that card. But, you know, for some of us, you know what you want, so you could be called to fast from social media for a day or the week. You could be called to fast from, you know, any vices, anything that you know has been calling you to maybe take a break from. All kinds of things you could fast from. I myself always think of food when I see this, so I know that that's what I'm called to do for this week. So that's what we got happening. That's everybody that's talking to me right now. Right? Yeah. So that's what we have for this week. I really hope this serves you. Please, please, please enjoy your beautiful, wonderful, amazing week. Stay grounded, stay focused. You know what you want. You know who you are. So hope it helps you. Love you. Bye.